Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to be joined today by Justice Court Judge Joe Charter. Good to see you, sir.
Thank
you for coming
Thanks
in.
for having me.
Yeah, so you're running for Jackson County Circuit Court. You're already a Justice of the Peace, as I said, the Justice Court. What exactly is that? What's the difference?
Well, the difference is Justice Court is a limited jurisdiction court, so we do mostly traffic and municipal code violations. Circuit Court is a general court that does crimes, family law, evictions, those kinds of things.
Okay, and you obviously are looking to get this job, the Circuit Court judgeship. What makes it something that you were striving for?
Well, I think the allegations that have been raised against the incumbent raise some serious questions about her fitness for office. The questions, for example, is it right for a judge to assist a litigant with an active case before the court? Is it right for a judge to threaten to take down another judge? Or is it right for a judge to attempt to destroy a nonprofit that is working with the courts? And clearly the answer to these questions are no. The citizens have a right to expect that judges will uphold the highest standards of ethical conduct, and this judge has not done so, and she should forfeit the office. Yeah,
you're referring to Judge Lisa Greif and some texts that were released as part of a civil lawsuit that got leaked last fall, where she referenced body slamming another judge. She also advised someone, or appeared to advise someone in a personal lawsuit against On Track that you spoke to. She apologized for those reportedly with another outlet. Is that something you've heard from in the legal community? Obviously, you've been part of it for some time. Is that something that people have spoken to, that people are concerned about this?
Many lawyers are shocked and concerned about this behavior. Not even the language, but the activities of the judge, the collegiality on the court. So many people have encouraged me to run, and that's why I'm doing so.
And you've run against her before.
I have.
And she won. So do you think this makes the difference, for lack of a better word?
It does. I think it's fairly rare for someone to take on an incumbent. I wouldn't do so if there weren't ethical problems. But the citizens have to judge whether this behavior is what we want to see in judges or whether we can do better.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll have much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. We're going to be here with Justice Court Judge Joe Charter, running for Jackson County Circuit Court. We talked about your opponent, Lisa Greif, and why you're running and challenging her in this race. What makes you a better fit for this role? Talk about your qualifications, if you will.
Sure. I've been a judge for 15 years, so I see a lot of pro se litigants. I try to treat them with courtesy and respect. I believe in procedural fairness. There's a sign outside the door to my courtroom that says, we will listen to you, we will explain court procedures to you, we will treat you with respect. So that's what I've done as a judge, and that's what I'll continue to do. So I think the issues for this election are experience, competency, character, and temperament.
And obviously, right now, I just interviewed Judge Couurts recently. He's just appointed to the bench here in Jackson County Circuit Court. If elected, you just talked about some of the character elements that you'd like to see in the court. What would you like to see, perhaps changes to the court if you're elected?
Yeah, I'm very supportive of problem-solving courts. Jackson County used to be a leader in this area, but unfortunately, the last couple of years, both participation and the number of courts have decreased. Studies show that every dollar invested in drug court reduces criminal justice costs by 3 times as much, and even more in victim impacts and health costs. So Klamath County has a veterans court. I've advocated for both homeless courts and veterans courts. I think that we can reinvest federal and state grant dollars in our community and better serve those who have served our country in uniform.
I've heard that there is, comparatively versus other counties, Jackson County has a very high caseload. Is that something that you on the bench, or that we as a court in Jackson County can mitigate and problem solve?
Well, for example, diversion programs, law enforcement diversion, might assist in the caseload. We have that 10th position, Judge Couurts, that you mentioned, as will help with that caseload. So it's really a new era for the court. We'll see where we go from here in terms of who the lineup is come next year.
All right, great to meet you. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.